3404, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
34 left, clear for takeoff.
So 745, line up runway 16 right.
Come on, runway 34 right, just 745. That's 745, 7134 right.
Just the 745 confirmed, line up runway 34 right.
Runway 34 right, just 745.
This 140, vacate uniform 1, taxi via Lima.
Uniform 1, Lima, on a 140.
This 140, contact van 126, decimal 5.
126, decimal 5, on a 140.
So 745, runway 16, correction, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
Take up runway 34 right, just 745. Good morning, Qantas 501, 34 right.
Qantas 501, City Tower, good morning. Two on Alpha 1, contact ground 126, decimal 5.
Alpha 1, 126, decimal 5, 1 plus 292 today. City Tower, Qantas 20, heavy.
All right, good morning everyone. Welcome to our first live stream of Aussie Aviation Admirer. This is just a test stream. Just playing around with some systems this morning. A few little technical areas as expected. It's like being a first-year apprentice on the first day of the job, where you just want to make sure that you understand how all the equipment works, and if there's a problem you need to solve it pretty quickly. But a little bit about this channel. Aussie Aviation Admirer, I've been around for on YouTube for about 12 months, and like most avid plane spotters, spend a lot of time at the airport just taking photos or filming planes, and for the last 12 months we've just uploaded them onto YouTube post-recording, nothing live, just to have a platform to capture and keep those moments on board. But after accumulating some equipment and talking to some of the other channels that do live stream here, there was some encouragement to hit the go live button and see how we go. So here we are. We're at Sydney Airport today, filming ops 34 left, 34 right. Weather's fine, blue sky here, so it's quite comfortable for this time of the year. The intention for this channel will be to broadcast from Western Sydney International when it opens next year. There are a few channels that do broadcast here, as I said, from Sydney Airport. We don't want to overstep the mark on their toes, although it is a good community. Everyone does get along well and shares ideas and encouragement. But yeah, our intention will be to go to Western Sydney Airport and mainly film from there, but we will film from Sydney from time to time for a number of reasons. One, to keep testing our equipment and making sure we're ready to go by the time Western Sydney International opens, but also too, I mean, Sydney Airport is the major hub for the airport's international flights coming in to Australia, so there's always plenty of movements here on the runways. If you have a look at our channel, you'll see, as the name indicates, Aussie Aviation Admirer is not just about major airports. Anything that will fly, I like to film. So we've been down to Stanwell Tops, Bald Hill, north of Wollongong, for those who know the south coast of New South Wales, where we've had paragliders and hang gliders jump off a perfectly good hill to feel like a bird flying. And that's really good too. I like to spend a lot of time down there watching those guys defy gravity, and also too light aircraft. So there's a fair bit of content there from Camden Airport. The hang gliders on the weekends fly around from Camden in the airspace there. So I'll spend a little bit of time there when I can. I've been to Bankstown Airport once and filmed there. Good thing about Bankstown, it's the major light aircraft hub of Sydney, so there's a lot of activity happening there. Small aircraft are very hard to film and track. They're quite fast, and yeah, it just takes some experience for that. Also helicopter activity, there's a little bit of helicopter activity on there from Sydney Heliport, from the Bathurst 1000, and any other opportunities that I get. Out at Bankstown Airport, you do have the Police Air Wing base there, the Tile Ambulance base there, some flying schools as well. So for the Rotary Wing, there's plenty of opportunity as well. So that's probably about it at the moment. I've been fortunate enough to have a flight, a company called Black Ops, which is an MD 500 McDonnell Douglas helicopter. I did a flight over Sydney with the doors off, and let me tell you, that's a thrill. And fortunately they gave me a GoPro to film, so you'll see on the channel there the full clip of that flight as well, from start to finish, including engine power up at Sydney Heliport, flying over, tracking north from the airport towards the harbour, and crossing through the harbour, coming out through the heads, and then finally coming down the east coast, and tracking from Coogee back to Sydney Airport. So for those who like helicopters, or even just for a bit of sightseeing of what Sydney has to offer, Sydney Harbour, check out that as well. All right, a little bit about myself. I don't work in the airline industry or the aviation industry. Like most people who watch online aviation channels, I'm just a plane spotter, but I enjoy videography as well. So this is just an opportunity to combine both passions. But yeah, I don't have the technical knowledge, so I rely on the community, as do other channels, for conversations in the chat to learn information when I can. My wife was a cabin supervisor for one of the airlines here in Sydney for 15 years, so I was fortunate enough to spend a lot of time inside planes as a passenger. But yeah, my technical knowledge lies away from the aviation industry. This is a hobby for me. So if you've got some technical questions, unfortunately, I'll be like you. I'll have the questions, but not the answers. But feel free to add some stuff in the chat and share that information for those who are online who may have access to that information.
Delta 41, contact ground on Golf 126.5.
All right, that's enough about me for a little while. Let's sit back and enjoy the plane action. Thanks, Alex, for the chat. You're the first one, so you'll go down in history as the first live chat. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate that.
The 12, runway 34 left, clear to land. Contact ground 126.5.
5.
Velocity 807, sending down. Velocity 807, vacate taxiway Bravo 4, wind 300 degrees, 6 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Thank you, Alpha Bravo 4, triple left to land.
All right, it's pretty quiet on the airfield at the moment. Nothing inbound at the moment, nothing lined up to depart. So I'll just take this opportunity to just talk about some equipment. One of the things, whilst I've been pre-recording some stuff over the last 12 months and considering whether to go live stream, was to look at other channels and see what equipment. Some channels have a BTS behind the scenes, which is really good. You can have a bit of an idea of what equipment's required to do a live stream. Some are very guarded. I get that. That's fine. Just trying to protect, I suppose, everyone copying what they're doing. But our equipment, we're running Sony and Panasonic. Both cameras are 4K, although we're just streaming in 1080p high definition today. We've just got to work out how the internet works and the best way to keep a signal. If I go 4K, probably need to look at some other internet options. At the moment, we're just using the mobile network. But yeah, there's a number of options available, so we'll see how that goes. But today we're just streaming in 1080. As far as audio, Sennheiser microphones are running. Like most people, soundboards are generally used these days is the Rodecaster Pro 2, which we're using as well. It gives a nice clear crisp sound, and just some other basic equipment to get us online. But obviously, as we learn more and the channel progresses, we can upgrade to more information, similar to the overlays, which is a very basic overlay today. On the screen, I'm more concerned about just making sure I can get the vision. We can worry about the fancy stuff a little bit later, but at least at the moment you can see where we're streaming from. You can see the current time. Anyone who's coming in on arrival, you'll probably be able to correlate planes that are landing with the time on screen later on, and watch your landing if we've been fortunate enough to capture it. We're running 2 runways at the moment. Air traffic control, we're picking up from a scanner which is only set to 3-4 left, which is this runway we're on at the moment. But yeah, we've got a camera on 3-4 right. Which you'll see there, just a lot of movement at the moment, just holding a static camera on that runway just to catch some movements there. Trying to juggle 2 cameras, audio, live stream, chat, everything else. It's a learning curve, and again, once we get up to speed with a little bit more confidence in all this equipment, we can probably improve on some of that. But the most important thing, I believe, is the vision, and that's what we're here for, is to watch these planes. A little bit of static there on the ATC. Probably something we might look at with different aerial options and see if we can get a clearer audio signal. I think we're fortunate that we're able to receive ATC's transmissions. I think it helps when you're listening to aircraft movements, even watching online. I think it just adds to the quality of the broadcast. All right, we've got Singapore at the moment that's backing out. We'll pan across and
1504, Sydney down. Link 1504, winds 29 or 0 degrees 6 knots. Runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, clear to land.
Star 5, Sydney down. Jetstar 510, wind 300 degrees 5 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Clear land, runway 34 left, Jetstar 510.
Sorry, uniform Tango 1 and Lima, number 1 to Virgin 737 outbound.
Good morning, velocity 8.
Velocity check. Shade inbound, currently on uniform and then taxi body point tank. Runway 34 right. 101 Delta City Tower, good morning. Heading 101 Delta, runway 34 right, clear to land.
34 right, clear landing, showing 101 Delta.
Up to 6003, contact departures, good day.
Oh, 6003, have a good day.
Okay, just seeing a message coming from Grumpy One. What are you testing? Certainly not audio. Okay, thanks for that. Something we'll need to just try and correct. We'll just turn the audio up on the external mic, so hopefully that might assist. But yeah, definitely keep me in the loop if you're not getting the ambient audio from the airfield, and we'll see what we can fix. Might be a case of just playing around with some settings.
Lima 2 Bravo, threshold wind 270 degrees 5 knots, runway 34 right, clear to land.
Alright, just getting some feedback on the chat. Thanks guys. Audio's okay, picture lags every now and then. Stop start both on mobile, laptop, TV. I'd say that will be due to our internet that we're using, and that's why we're testing today. So thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate that. That will give me some guidance on what we need to change and look at some other internet options.
4917 mile up on my 341. Bravo, expedite taxi, uniform 1 and Lima ground frequency 121.7.
Indonesia 714, wind 280 degrees 5 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Oh, clear to left, 714. Tag that was.
B1413, sit down. Jet 85 Heavy, Sydney Tower, good morning. The 1413, line up, runway 34 left.
Line up, 34 left.
Indonesia 714, contact ground 1671. Velocity 1413, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
Takeoff, 34 left.
Jet 85, wind 270 degrees 7 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, clear to land.
just on the audio, Grumpy Ryan, can you just let me know if you're receiving ATC and if you're receiving any ambient noise, especially the taxis that are beeping their horns down in front of us, but it'll just assist me to try and work out whether it's a connection issue at my end or whether it's a streaming issue with my internet connection. Thank you.
Quebec 429 Delta, Sydney Tower, good morning. Assign heading left 230, line up, runway 34 left and wait. Assign heading left 230, line up and wait, runway 34 left, 29 Delta. VSS 85, contact ground 126, that's 15. Quebec 429 Delta, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff. Runway 34 left, clear for takeoff, Quebec 429 Delta. American 73, wind 290 degrees, 6 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear land, American 73.
American 73, roll through to taxiway Foxtrot.
Roll through to Fox, American 73.
Quebec 429 Delta, contact departures. Departures 429 Delta, good day. Super City Tower, good morning. American 73 on Foxtrot, contact ground 126.5.
126.5, Foxtrot, American 73.
Qantas 8, Super vacate taxiway Foxtrot, wind 280 degrees 6 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Looks like I got a Foxtrot, 34 left, clear to land for Qantas.
Qantas 8 on Foxtrot, contact ground 126.5.
665 on Foxtrot, Qantas. Yeah,
Qantas 408, Sydney Tower. Qantas 408, wind 280 degrees 6 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land. Rec 6762, Sydney Tower.
Good day, Helix 9 Delta ready.
Rec 6762, wind 3003, 4 knots, runway 34 left, clear the way.
Triple lift system ready.
Helix 9 Delta, Sydney Tower.
All right, the data's telling us we're getting a 16.8% drop for range, which is quite high. Yeah, unacceptable, but we'll just persevere, and as I said, it's a test only. It'll give us some information to learn from, and unless we keep it rolling and see what other errors pop up or issues or tech problems, then we can't progress from that. So we'll stay live, see what happens from here. But yeah, it's a good test of the equipment. So different to when you're filming offline, pre-recording, because you can film, delete, whatever you want. It doesn't matter what you do with your framing, everything else. But definitely live, you've got to make sure that everything's working properly, and that you try and capture as much as you can. Try and keep the shots nice and smooth. A little bit of wind, not much, but just enough. Some of the tripods, one of them's it's not a heavy duty tripod, so it moves around quite easily, unfortunately, with a slight bit of breeze. But like I say, it's all learning. It's something that we can take from and improve upon in the future.
Ambulance 220, Sydney Tower. Qantas 730, Sydney Tower, good day. Helix 9 Delta, sign heading left 230, line up runway 34 left and wait.
Heading left 230, line up, runway 34 left and wait.
Helix 9 Delta, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 34 left.
Qantas 730, wind 310 degrees, 4 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land, Qantas 730.
Helix 9 Delta, contact departure.
Departures, Helix 9 Delta, good day.
Xanadu 220.
All that noise coming from the Rex Airlines just arriving there on screen.
On a 508 line up on my X340.
Xanadu 222, head wind 310 degrees, 5 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land. Xanadu 220 seconds.
Good morning, YSSY 601, now 7 out of 1, good morning, YSSY 601.
Asiana 601 heavy, Sydney Tower. Dominator 222, taxi via Alpha. Xanadu, sorry, 222, taxi via Alpha, contact ground 126.715.
So, 169 minutes.
Asiana 601, super wind 300 degrees, 5 knots. Runway 34 left, clear to land.
The clear sign, runway 34 left to Asiana 601.
To 643, Sydney Tower.
Asiana 601, runway back here to via Foxtrot.
Asiana 601, negative vacate Golf, please, taxiway Golf.
Taxiway Golf, Asiana 601.
401, Sydney Tower, good morning. Avion 601, left turn on Golf and then the right turn on Alpha, then contact ground on Alpha 126.5.
Roger, left of full crew, right on Alpha 125, right on Alpha 601.
Velocity 401, reduce the minimum approach speed.
Hotel 140.
Qantas 643, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff. Velocity 401, wind 310 degrees, 5 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
The coast to land was Hotel.
Qantas 643, contact departure. Velocity 811, Sydney Tower. Velocity 811, continue the approach traffic crossing downfield.
Continue patch of the island. Yeah, good morning, Kelly 110, ready to take off.
Cafe 110, heavy, Sydney Tower, was that you calling ready?
And we're ready.
Velocity 811, wind 340 degrees 4 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land, velocity 811. Sydney Tower, good morning, Qantas 940 ready.
Qantas 840, Sydney Tower, good morning. Cafe 110, heavy, expedite lineup, runway 34 left.
So line up, please, left, Kelly 110. Tower, good day, Qantas 40.
Qantas 410, Sydney Tower, good day.
Sydney Tower, good day, Eric 6661 ready.
Rest 6661, Sydney Tower, good day. Cafe 110, runway 34 left, clear to takeoff.
4 left, please take off, Cafe 110.
Qantas 410, wind 270 degrees, 5 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, clear to land, Qantas 410.
Qantas 732, Sydney Tower, good day. Qantas 840, line up, runway 34 left.
Line up 34 left. Quarter 40.
Cafe 110, contact departure.
Qantas Cafe 110.
Qantas 32, just a minute, folks.
Ready there, Qantas 32.
All right, for those just joining us, welcome to Aussie Aviation Admirer. This is just a test live stream, first live stream to test our equipment. I've already identified a few technical issues. We've had some drop frames, which we believe is possibly due to the internet availability here at Sydney Airport and the way that we're accessing that internet. So it's something for us to learn from. Audio. Comment there in the chats that there were some audio issues earlier. Hopefully we've resolved those. It might have just been a volume setting. So we've got ambient audio running on an external mic. I've got the headset mic running, and we've got ATC all feeding into a soundboard. So hopefully that's working. But for those who have just joined, yeah, so Aussie Aviation Admirer has been around for about 12 months on YouTube. Most of the stuff that I film is pre-recorded and uploaded from different airports around New South Wales. So you'll find some content on the channel from Bankstown Airport, Camden Airport, and other places, as well as Sydney, that I've been able to go to and enjoy aviation. There's also some footage there from Stanwell Tops, from the guys who like to jump off cliffs and do hang gliding. Paragliding, yeah, and hang gliding as well. Parasailing, sorry. And also out at Camden Airport is the people who are gliders out there as well. So the intent for this channel is to end up at Western Sydney Airport. There's a few streamers now at Sydney, and we definitely don't want to rain on their parade. However, as we know, the aviation community is very supportive of everybody. There are a lot of airports around the world with multiple streamers. Some, I believe, probably with too many. I think Manchester has about 8 channels, but I know Sydney has gained a few recently, as well as the main channel that's been operating for some time, which we all enjoy. But yeah, this is just an opportunity to use my equipment and enjoy the plane spotting passion that you all share with myself, and to put some equipment to use. As I said, I've been recording for 12 months, just post-recording or offline recording and uploading, but after meeting one of the other channels and talking to them about not wanting to go live for the fact that I respect their channel, they encouraged me and said, no, give it a go. So here we are. The intent today is just there to play around with some equipment, learn where our errors are. We've identified some already, and just to enjoy the plane spotting as well. So if you've got any comments, can you please, or feedback, please put them in the chat for me. It'll help me work out what is and isn't working. I've had some already in relation to audio, so that's beneficial. All feedback is positive feedback, constructive feedback. It's nothing's personal. When you go online, you've got to accept positive and negative, but yeah, I categorise it all as constructive, and can we learn from it? So yeah, that's the intent today. My background's not in aviation. I'm just a plane spotter and enthusiast like everyone else, just with some equipment that has the ability to go live, which is why I'm doing it. But no, I definitely don't have any experience in the aviation industry, so I'm unable to assist you with any technical questions that you may have. However, anyone in the chat who is in the industry and is willing to share some knowledge or answer any questions, please feel free to do that. My wife was in the industry for 15 years. She was a cabin steward with one of the airlines here in Sydney. So I was able to spend some time as a passenger, but yeah, I definitely don't have the technical knowledge.
Morning, Killing 203 Delta, ready.
Killing 203 Delta, Sydney Tower, good morning. Qantas 412, winds 290 degrees, 6 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land, Qantas 412. Sydney Tower, Singapore 212 heavy, fully ready.
Singapore 212, Qantas 412, request a rapid exit ashore.
Left ashore to Qantas 412.
Q-Link 203 Delta, assigned heading left 230, line up runway 34 left.
Left 230, line up, runway 34 left. Target name, what's the accent there?
That's the 813, Sydney Tower today. Q-Link 203 Delta, 34 left, clear for takeoff.
Good takeoff, runway 34 left.
Quebec 20, set up. Velocity 813, wind 310 degrees, 5 knots. Runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land, both YSSY.
Touches QX 203 Delta Clear. Line up, runway 34 left.
And now runway 34 left, Singapore 212. Target ID star 761.
Just our 761, Sydney Tower, good day. Singapore 212, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 34 left, clear for takeoff, Singapore 212. South Manila 172, good morning, approaching Alpha.
Melinda 172, Sydney Tower, good morning. Jetstar 761, wind 270 degrees, 5 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, clear to land, Jetstar 761. Star, good morning, Philippines 211, tab is local lecture 34 left, tab style left 34 left, and land.
Philippines 211 Heavy, Sydney Tower, good morning. Singapore 212, contact departures, good morning.
Contact departure, Singapore 212.
Melinda 172, line up, runway 34 left and wait.
And runway 34 left and wait, Melinda 172.
Melinda 172, be ready immediate.
Affirmative, Molina 172.
Melinda 172, runway 34 left, clear to take off.
Runway 34 left, clear to take off, Molina 172.
Philippine 211, threshold wind 330 degrees 5 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, Philippine 211.
Melinda 172, contact departures, good day.
Departure, Molina 172, good day. Vietnam 773, morning established, runway 34 left.
Vietnam 773, Sydney check, continue to approach. There may be fluctuations to the localizer. There will be a super undertow crossing at the upping threshold shortly.
Both of Vietnam 7.
Philippine 211, vacate via Alpha 2, you are number 1, taxi via Alpha.
Exit Alpha 2 and number 1 for Alpha, Philippine 211.
Philippine 211, contact ground now, 126 decimal 5.
1265, Philippine 211. Today.
Good day. Vietnam 773, threshold wind 290 degrees 5 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, after.
Good morning, Compass 44, continue. Good morning. Vacate via Alpha 2, taxi via Alpha.
Okay, Alpha 2, taxi Alpha, Vietnam 773.
Vietnam 773, contact ground now 126.5, connect.
Ground 126.1, confirm Vietnam 1773.
Vietnam 773, negative 126.5.
126.5, Vietnam 1773, good day.
Qantas 414, roll through, vacate Bravo 2, threshold wind 262.
All right, just reading the chat. Thanks, guys, for the feedback. That's really appreciated. Audio, a few little issues there. As I said, we'll work through those. That could just be user error at my end. Just looking at the focus. Okay, thanks, Mark. I'm starting to get a little bit of heat haze. I think it's starting to impact us now that the sun's coming up a little higher and the day's getting a little warmer. We'll probably suffer some heat haze at the far end of the runway that as they're coming into land. It's a few kilometres from where we're positioned today, but thanks very much for the feedback. This is all positive. It's all going to help me to improve the channel, improve the quality of the pictures, and make it a little bit more enjoyable to view. Robbie Batista from Northern California. Hello, Robbie. Thanks for tuning in. If you've just logged in now, this is just day one of a brand new live stream channel. We've been around for about a year, just doing pre-recorded stuff, but this is the first time live on the back of the support from some of the other channels saying, yeah, give it a go. I mean, everyone started off somewhere, didn't they, at the end of the day? And as I said, when I first come on this morning at about 7:20, time we got up and running, I feel like a first-year apprentice on day one of the job in relation to just trying to get the tech to all coordinate and work together, which is not easy. I know some of the other channels are lucky. Some run with a few people to assist. Some are also very, very good at what they do, and we admire their channels, and that's where the inspiration comes from for what I'm doing today. But all the feedback is welcome. You can see there, the heat haze as we're coming in on 34 right over Botany Bay, so that's probably a good 5-6 kilometres away, but we'll see what we can do. Camera gear, this main camera here is Sony RX10 Mark IV. It's been around for a while, but quite popular in the photography world. They don't make them anymore, but they're renowned for being a good bridge camera for photos and video. So the 4K, when you can get this streaming in 4K, is a really nice crisp picture. Today we're only going in 1080p. We just don't think I have the internet bandwidth available for 4K just yet, plus also too being day one. We just want to test the systems and make sure that everything's compatible, everything is working, switching is working between cameras, all that sort of stuff. And then we can play around a little bit later with trying to get some other systems improved. Definitely the internet, something that needs to be looked at. The heat haze is going to get us, unfortunately, during summer, as we get into the warmer weather now in Australia. But we make do with what we can. And look, we're still enjoying activities here on the tarmac there, of planes coming and going. So I mean, that's what we're all here for at the end of the day. If I can get you a clearer picture, I'll do everything in my power to do that. But yeah, if I'm beaten by heat haze due to zooming in, then yeah, that's going to work against us, unfortunately, at the moment. But look, end of the day, we're enjoying the planes. But yeah, thanks for your feedback. Really appreciate that. It's the only way I know what's going on. Can't really get down into the data while we're live streaming, so I'm just reading your messages every now and then, which is really good. So thank you very much. Those who are just tuned in too, as I've mentioned a few times, my intent will be to stream out at Western Sydney International when it opens in 2026. We know the movements there won't be as heavy or congested as Sydney, but yeah, we've got some other streamers operating out of Sydney, so for me this is just the training ground. I'll do a little bit from here, but I definitely don't want to be a Sydney streamer, only for the fact that we don't want to congest it too much. Some airports around the world have multiple streamers going. I think the best way forward is just to fill the gaps. Not everyone can stream 24/7, as we know, so if between the different streamers we can cover some gaps there in relation to when the main channels aren't streaming, then it still gives everyone their fix of watching these planes come in and land. Yeah, see, we're beaten there by a little bit of heat haze. That's on the Sony RX-10. The static camera that's pointing on that is a Panasonic 4K, but yeah, I think anything at that distance with this weather is going to work against us at the moment. But yeah, that's what we're about. We're just out here to enjoy it like everybody else, share our passion, put it online. Before going live, everything I filmed just went up online because, I mean, we all take photos and videos. At the end of the day, you work out what do you do with them. You know, unless you're a professional and you're doing it for a job, a lot of the time you're just filling up hard drives at home. So the ability to go live, to me, or even just to use the YouTube platform to store pre-recorded footage, is a way of just keeping your content stored, accessible. Others can enjoy your passion. You might capture something that someone's missed, or you might capture an arrival or a departure of a friend, family member, colleague, or someone might be able to watch their own arrival or departure. So yeah, that's all part of it. But plane spotting is a passion, as we know, and it's evident by the amount of streamers around the world. Look how many there are these days. I mean, each night I can dial in and have a look what's happening in the Northern Hemisphere and enjoy some plane spotting in the US, Europe. There's several channels in different parts of the UK. It's really good to enjoy, and it's a really good break away from normality of life. I know we all tune into SID Squad and enjoy what they put together, and they're our inspiration for a lot of followers and channels, and I thank them for getting us into this. Really, when you look at it, you know, we watch their streams as much as we can, and like I said, our intent here is definitely not to take anything away from their channels or to compete. So we'll just try and fill a gap in the void when no one else is streaming, or if someone happens to stream at the same time, hopefully it's not causing too many issues. But that's enough about me. Let's keep looking at the airfield, see what's happening.
Jet 17, threshold wind 270 degrees, 5 knots, runway 34 left, the land for velocity 817.
There's a land 34 left, velocity 878.
Break 6824, contact departures, good day.
Rapid 6824, Bulldog. Yeah, good day, velocity 890.
Velocity 819 to the tower. On the 73 to the tower, copy, you're ready for. Keeping 431 Delta, contact departures, good day.
Departures there, queuing 431 Delta. Yeah, good day. Thanks. 21 Delta ready.
B221 Delta, City Tower. Sophia 19, threshold wind 260 degrees, 5 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Left, then land, okay, nice. Sydney Tower, good morning, China Southern 325, final course for runway 24 left.
China Southern 325, heavy Sydney Tower, good morning, continue approach.
Continue approach, China Southern 325 heavy.
Qantas 733, line up, runway 34 left.
Line up, runway 4 left, corner.
Qantas 733, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 4 left, corner.
Being 221 Delta aside, heading left 230, line up runway 34 left, be ready immediate.
Left, 230, line up, plate for left, going 221 Delta. Yeah, good day, Rick, 67, ready.
67, City Tower. QD 221 Delta, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
34 left, going 221 Delta.
Qantas 733, contact departures today.
That's 733.
China 7325, threshold wind 290 degrees, 5 knots, runway 34 left, cleared to land.
Runway 34 left, clear to land, China Southern 325. So, good morning, Century 161, independent Virgil, runway 341.
Day 161, heavy City Tower, good morning, continue approach, 270 degrees, 5 knots.
Continue approach, Century 161.
Being 221 Delta, contact departures today.
Good day, 221 Delta, good day.
6767 assigned, heading left 230, line up runway 34 left and way.
Sign heading left 230, line up runway 34 left.
73258, vacate Alpha 2, taxi via Alpha.
Vacate via Alpha 2 and taxi via Alpha, channel 7345.
7325, contact ground now 126.5.
126.5, channel 7345 today. Engine tower clearing 402 on Alpha, we are ready.
6767, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
34 left, clear for takeoff, 377.
Korean Air 402, heavy Sydney Tower, copied. Cathay 161, threshold wind 260 degrees 6 north, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Going 34 left, Cathay 161.
Rick 6767, contact departures today.
Departure today, Rick 6767.
We're just quickly going to pan away quickly from that land. What is this? Look at this. Something you see every day. RAAF, what looks it?
Line up, running 34 left, clearing 402.
Spartan, is it? I think. Help me in the chat if you're from the RAAF.
Sapphire 04, City Tower, good day. Cathay 162, vacate Alpha 2, expedite vacating, taxi via Alpha.
Alpha 2, Alpha, Cathay 162.
Cathay 161, contact ground 126.5.
126.5, Cathay 161 today.
Good day. Korean Air 402, runway 34 left, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Clear for takeoff immediately, 34 left, clearing 402.
You've got the heat haze there, we can see that. Go the wide shot. Go back to this RAF while we've got him, quickly before Korean Air takes off.
Star 504, threshold wind 260 degrees 7 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, straight lane, system 504. Today, 420.
Qantas 420, City Tower today.
Korean Air 402, airborne.
Korean Air 402 copied, and you can contact departures. Good day.
Bye-bye.
Okay, just getting back to the chat. Thanks, Alex. I really appreciate that support. And for Max YSSY, thanks very much, guys. It really does help. And Sorry about that. Just fix that up.
So 4 vacate by the rest of
Really
the
does help
traffic crossing
with the feedback and the support too, to help us get some improvements going. And yeah, like we said, everyone's got to start somewhere, and you know, today is ours. So thanks very much. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, quarter
2 Sydney Tower.
Looks like just losing a little bit of signal on the second camera.
Sydney Tower, good morning,
We'll
634.
look at that in a minute.
634 Sydney Tower, good morning. City 634, sign heading left 230, line up from my 34 left and way.
230,
Velocity 634, on my 34 left, clear for takeoff.
So we've got the camera back again.
Qantas 802 advise when you have the rapid exit ashore, the threshold wind 320 degrees 5 knots, on my 34 left, clear to land.
well, there is 34 left, to land, contact. Good morning, I'm not sure if those are the Toby, how are you?
West 3 Hotel Juliet, Super City Tower. Captain 1161 McTower, and are you ready? Velocity 634, contact departures today.
Departure, velocity 634, good day.
Captain 1161, and are you ready for departure? Captain 1161, thank you. Thank you. Proton 1161 aside, heading left to 30, line up runway 34 left and wait. LIVESTREAM 1161, confirm left turn heading 230, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff. Emirates 3 Hotel Juliet, line up runway 34 left, and wait.
Line up runway 34 left, runway 34 left.
Okay, looks like we're going to get that RAF plane. I think it was a Spartan. Yep, taking off now on 34 left. Short takeoff.
Sydney Tower, good morning, land today. 801, final 34 left.
Juliet 01, heavy Sydney Tower, continue approach. There will be a super to depart shortly.
801, continue.
Emirates 3 Hotel Juliet, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Let's go 34 left, runway 34 left. Target IQ 433 already.
Take 433 Delta, Sydney Tower. COTAM 1161, contact departures.
With departure, COTAM 1161. Target IQ
67 heavy Sydney Tower, good day. Land Chile 801, threshold wind 260 degrees, 6 knots, runway 34 left, cleared to land.
Clear land 34 left, land today 801. Sydney Tower, morning test 48, heavy established.
The 48 heavy Sydney Tower. Emirates 3 Hotel Juliet, contact departures.
You're just going to try and get that a little bit smoother for you. Not happy with that panning. Like I say, it's probably a light tripod gear. Come on, autofocus. There we go. No. And I'll lose it again.
The 61 line up runway 3, stand by.
Line up and wait, runway 34 left, 167.
Chile 801, vacate Alpha 2, taxi via Alpha.
Alpha 2, Alpha, land today 801.
Chile 801, contact ground 126, decimal 5.
126, thank you.
Corner 67, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
34 left, clear for takeoff, corner 67.
48, Charles.
Clear land on my triple left, that's up for you. Yeah, good morning, that's it, up for you. Can we roll service?
48, stand by. Just 48, keep the speed up and vacate at Foxtrot.
Vacate at Foxtrot, that's up for you.
67, dispatches today.
Dispatches, Qantas 67, good day. Morning,
23 Sydney Tower, good morning. So 48, check contact ground now, 126 seconds, fine.
126 fast, that's 48, thanks sir.
Q-Link 433 Delta, sign heading left 230, line up from my 34 left hand way.
Start heading left 230, line up right 24 left, Q-Link 433 Delta.
Q-Link 433 Delta on my 34 left, clear for takeoff.
34 left, let's take off, Q-Link 433 Delta.
Okay, you're just looking in the chat. Alejandro, I assume it's pronounced. From Chile. Hey, thank you for dialing in from Chile. Welcome to the show this morning. As indicated, you'll see on the ticker down the bottom, this is a live stream first test for this channel. But thank you for dialing in from Chile. Welcome to Australia. We're currently streaming from Sydney International Airport. Thanks for your support.
Q-Link 433 Delta, contact dispatchers, good day.
Q-Link 433 Delta, good day.
Velocity 637, Sydney Tower, good morning. Correct, 6463, assign heading left 230, line up runway 34 left and right. Correct, 6463, runway 34 left.
Take off, 34 left.
Velocity 637, runway 34 left, cleared to land.
34 left, clear to land. Velocity 637.
Four 63, contact departures, good day.
Sending out 801, runway 34 left, Vito.
Germany 801, heavy Sydney Tower. So 637, do you have the rapid assured?
I found velocity 637.
Velocity 637, thank you.
Good day, velocity 412.
Velocity 412, Sydney Tower, good day. Germany 801, threshold wind 300 degrees 6 knots, runway 34 left, cleared to land.
34 left, clear to land, sending out 801. Sydney Tower, corner 790, ready?
Qantas 790, Sydney Tower. Vehicle 12, line up, runway 34 left.
Line up, runway 34 left,
Germany 801, contact ground as you vacate, 126 decimal 5, good day.
126 decimal 5, runway key, sending out 801. Morning, Sydney Tower, County 561, independent visual approach, runway 2
China Eastern 561, heavy Sydney Tower, continue approach.
Approach, County 561.
D4, runway 34 left, for takeoff.
Just take off runway 34 left, velocity 420.
Eastern 561, French hold wind 282 degrees 6 knots, runway 34 left, please.
Runway 34 left, sorry for that, counter is 561.
Contact departures, good day. To 790, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
34 left, cleared for takeoff, 1790.
Qantas 422, Sydney down.
Okay, just reading the chat. Hi, Maxine. Maxine dialing and saying hello. Live stream looks good. Thank you, Maxine. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we're just playing around with some equipment here and just trying to get our bearings, get everything in sync, get everything working together, working out where the issues are. This morning's been fantastic, actually. We've identified a few problems already, which we can work on. Everything's a learning curve, so that's really good.
Contact departures, good day.
790, clear.
One out, one in on runway 34 right.
6117 City Tower. Heading left 230, runway 34 left, intermediate takeoff.
Left 30, intermediate takeoff, runway 34 left, exit 210. City Tower, destination 762 ready.
762 City Tower. Just 422, threshold wind 29 degrees, 7 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, clear to land, cross 422. Yeah, Qantas 535.
Qantas 535 City Tower.
One thing good about Sydney Airport's the corporate jets. You get to see a lot of corporate jets around.
6117, contact departures, good day.
Departure 6117 today.
Star 762, line up, runway 34 left.
Oh, 34 left, discharge.
Suffering the heat haze there, as you can see in the picture, due to the weather this morning. It's a lovely day here in Sydney Airport, but fortunately once the temperature starts to lift, we get that heat haze across the airfield.
Star 762, runway 34 left, immediate takeoff.
Immediate takeoff, discharge.
Qantas 535, threshold wind 300 degrees, 7 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, clear to land, so Qantas 535. Qantas 535, the roll through above.
535 and negative traffic to cross.
535. Yeah, morning, just 785.
Morning.
Just 762 today. Hey, sir, Qantas 535.
Yeah, Maxine, yeah, by putting the time down there, I think it really helps, especially if you're on a flight today and you want to watch a stream back later on. You can try and match up the flight with your arrival or departure, and see yourself take off or land. Down the track, we'll look at more overlays, flight radar data or something similar to that. But yeah, at the moment, we don't want to add too much technical input to it until we get the other systems firing properly. Especially internet. Internet seems to be the biggest bugbear for most streamers. Just trying to get enough signal without dropout. Look, there's plenty of ways around that, but everything comes at a cost. So you just try and work with what you can. But yeah, definitely by having the date and time down the bottom gives you a reference to look at. Gives you a reference of sort of how the airfield's looking too, how the weather's looking. You might be flying out this afternoon, and you want to have a look and see what Sydney Airport's looking like in relation to, you know, is it heavy wind or anything like that. You can get a bit of a gauge from the time that's on the screen. But yeah, definitely, it's very handy, and I'm glad we're able to do that.
Wind 300 degrees, 7 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land, just 20.
Tell you what, just looking over here on the airfield, these two planes have been lined up for some time, just waiting for a bay. Been sitting there for a little while. Just shows you how busy the airport is this morning in Sydney, especially on the international side.
to 728, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff. Holding on 879, threshold wind to 80 degrees, 8 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear town, plane 290.
Number 728, contact the passengers today. Heading left 230, line up runway 34 left and wait. Leaf 187, contact ground 1268. Good day.
126, fire plane 790.
You just see the start up there of the Rex Airlines to the Lima Foxtrot.
Tower 3638.
3638.
Heading left 230, line over white, straight to left, 3638. Morning, Japan Air 530.
Japan is on 2 Heavy Sydney, Towers 1. Passengers today.
Roger, 3580.
Today, control 80. 638, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
Circle left, clear for takeoff, last 3638.
432 Delta. On a 530, line up runway 34 left, be ready immediate.
Lining up 3 level, cat cruise 578.
Kenny 432 Delta, if you're not there already, please final approach, please. Reducing to the final state, control 80.
north, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
34 right, clear for takeoff, it's power clear now.
Echo Charlie Yankee, kind departure, clear.
Echo Charlie Yankee, yeah.
125, 10 runner, runway 34 right.
See those planes are still in the queue. There they are, those two there. Little one in between, but yeah, still waiting.
Victor 123, continue approach. You may experience fluctuations to the local lines of 200 toe crossing at the upwind threshold. Only 52, if you can take 6 to the holding point, hold short runway 34 left.
Okay, this is 34 right here at the moment. About as far as we're going to get.
Contact down now 126, what line today?
165, good day, Zealand 103.
Japan Air 52, runway 34 left, set to takeoff.
Japan Air 50, runway 34 left, set to takeoff.
Sophia 27, threshold wind 310 degrees 6 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land. Japan Air 52, contact departures, good day.
Contact departure Japan Air 52 today.
Yeah, thanks for that comment, Najota. Probably a bit of both. I think it could be a little bit of bandwidth, but yeah, it could just be my camera panning, which I'd say is probably the main reason. But yep, we'll try and improve that. Thank you.
Sophia 555, line up, runway 34 left and wait.
Run up Y34 left, 4555.
Some of that panning could be the way that we've got the tripods set up as well. You sort of got to contort yourself sometimes to go from one direction to another. And try and sort of hold it and then try and step around the tripod legs and other equipment we've got here. But yeah, definitely I'll take that feedback. Thank you.
Runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
34 left, clear for takeoff. Yeah, good day.
King 10 Delta, Sydney Tower, good day.